Hello. Uh, well, I didn't think I'd be back this early, but next week is Thanksgiving, I haven't realized. So if you haven't bought a turkey yet, well, I'm sorry, but most likely you're going to be getting the short end of the stick there. Uh, let's talk a little more about, now let's talk about the one thing we've been waiting for. A Ranma episode. And ladies and gentlemen, he has finally come. The Dojo Destroyer. In the original, the guy was once again a mammoth guy, and he could magically make other dojo signs magically float and destroy Akane. Don't get me wrong, he does it right here too, so there's that to deal with. But as you know, this was one of the original manga adaptations. It was also adapted with the anime. So what did this episode do? Let's do the best of everything. And here's the funny part. It totally worked. Let's go over the episode pretty quickly. Son and Gemma pretend to have their dojo basically invaded and destroyed, and the sign taken as a sign for shame. Someone committed the act of Dojoyaburi on them. Of course, as you know, this was all fraud. The whole point was simply to get Ranma and Akane together much quicker and sooner. Hopefully, they will put their differences aside and take on the common opponent. Well, let's just talk about it. Well, in the original anime, they actually do put their differences aside, decide to work together, come with a tandem move, and destroy the Dojo Destroyer in their fantasy. Obviously, it wasn't going to happen again. I love the fake out. It was perfectly done. Like, you honestly thought, like, are they going to go a different route here? What? And then out of nowhere, as they were trying to finalize their plan, there he was in the background. It's like, how do you hide an 800-pound gorilla? Well, just put him right behind Son and Genma. I especially love when they go to Ranma's school and saying, like, look what we found. Someone took our sign. They're like, yeah, we know. We're actually going to fight for it. Like, no, it's different this time. I also love the fact that neither Akane nor Ranma call him out. I was like, wait, what happened before then? I mean, this is a case where you would definitely get the boy cries wolf syndrome. It's like, yeah, you fooled us the last time. We're not going to be fooled again. I especially love the fact that the people in the high school actually now know that Ranma is both male and female according to the temperature of the water around them. And the fact that they prefer female Ranma. And the fact they don't want female Ranma ever to go away. As for male Ranma, well, bye. As you know, the original anime and this anime basically go beat for beat. Akane, Ranma schedules the match during a time when he's supposed to go on a date to get the powder for instant spring of drowned man. Yeah, it's kind of weird because in the original, don't forget, Shampoo just burst into the high school gym, presents a dog, and then obviously puts him in the instant spring. Although I have to say this, I do like the original a little better in the reveal because the dog turned into Ataru from Yurusei Yatsura. Yeah, it was a surprise cameo. Now, of course, he didn't act like Ataru, but I mean, it would have been fun if he did. It goes right after like a female form Ranma or something. But I digress. I don't think Studio Mappa was going to put up with the legal liability of bringing that glorious Easter egg for us. And let's see here. Obviously, he schedules it during the time. As he goes back, he sees Akane sees Ranma along the fence, punches it, breaks her right hand, and pretty much all the same beats. She's basically going into the fight with just her left hand and saying, "I'm going to beat her with this alone." Of course, it's also on her way back when A, she's actually starting to date, and B, the Dojo Destroyer is actually seen in all his glory right in front of her. Now, it is kind of funny because, I mean, and I do have to appreciate this. Shampoo is involved a lot more in the fight between Ranma and the Dojo Destroyer. Where the last time she's kind of really just a non-existent competitor. I also find it interesting that nobody at the dojo figured out that when Shampoo's in her cat form, why just put over Ranma's face? If he goes catfish, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to lose. More on that later. Although I do love the fact that it said in this one, now that she's getting involved, she decides to put fake Spring of Drowned Men, saying one of them is the real one, and he puts them on all the vital points of the Dojo Destroyer. The problem is they didn't realize that until after Ranma punches all of them, causing the firecrackers inside to go off. And sadly, because they were vital points, it kind of knocked out the Dojo Destroyer for a while. And Ranma was like kind of crying, like, "Oh no, I destroyed it already." Luckily, Shampoo actually had the real pocket inside, and after a quick fight with Ranma, it ends up in Akane's hands. Akane immediately goes to her tsundere mode. And let's face it, I mean, she flat out is always think the worst of him. Obviously, Shampoo immediately says, "Ranma, kiss me again," like she did in the original. And for some reason, we had a musical number. Look, I like Rei Tsukuma's voice as much as anyone else, and thank you for giving it to us. I'm very appreciative of it. The impromptu song number kind of just, I don't know, in fact, came out of left field. Very well appreciated. And then, of course, Ranma at this point, after getting to an argument, kind of says, "You know what? To hell with you." And then starts ripping up the Spring of Drowned Man packet as it turns to purple dust. So what happens? Oh, yeah, Akane immediately gives into Ranma's demands, and he figures it's the least he can do for leaving permanent manhood behind him. Getting to the point where I think she promises him, like, do all his homework, grow curves. Of course, why not? It's not like you could just go up to someone and demand them to physically change. And here's the best moment. How the Dojo Destroyer got defeated. Don't forget, the Dojo Destroyer, after being knocked out, got back up and started fighting again. Now, I do like the fact how he does start to fight, how like the signs are kind of locked together. So in other words, they're going around like how Kyoko Sakura from Madoka Magica's spear goes when it goes into chain mode. And then finally, of course, the levitating signs come out of nowhere. And obviously, they immediately pick the fight. This is right before Ranma rips up the packet of instant spring. And for some reason, it's almost like we forgot he was still involved because there's so much going on. Then the Dojo Destroyer comes up to him, pulls the real packet out of his hair, and says, "Liar." And that's what caused his downfall. He called Ranma out. That is one of the funniest things I've seen all year. You know, in the original, no, Akane and Ranma get together, have a tandem move, defeat the Dojo Destroyer. Here, no, the Dojo Destroyer only for calling Ranma out as a hypocrite. I love that twist. It's perfect. Okay, once again, we find out that the packet of instant spring is only temporary. And, Ranma tries it out in the pond where he goes into the pond with his father and they're all happy. They're still men. Then obviously the rain comes and they change to Woman and Panda. Once again, I love this episode. This was great. Ranma, this is everything I wanted for a new series of Ranma. If you're going to redo it, bring out the best of both the anime and the manga and improve on it. In this case, it did exactly that. It took elements of the original manga as well as some elements from the anime, combined them, and made them better. This might be the best episode of the series so far. And I love it. Well, anyway, I'm kind of nearing my end here. So I'm going to say right now, happy Thanksgiving. As you can probably know, I do have the review of Tron Ares up. The car light went out on me, sorry. By the way, the battery in that car also went out. So I kind of got lucky. I was able to get home. So if you want, watch it. It's only about 2 minutes. As for me, I'm checking out. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I'll see you later. Bye.